Startup Therapist is in the house again. Jeff Hyman is here to talk to us about recruiting, but now specifically we're talking about job boards and how to most effectively, as a potential candidate, use them.
Right. January is the biggest job searching month of the year, and a lot of folks who aren't so happy, or maybe they got paid out their bonus in December, starting to think about looking for a job.
Yeah, it's a time of year where there's a lot of movement in jobs and companies and so on.
Correct. And the job market's great. It's a very strong market, but you still want to find a role that you're excited about actually doing.
Now there's some specific tips about using these sites and just in general that you have for those people that are out there looking.
Most candidates start to think about, I'm looking for a job, and I'll look at anything. And it's actually a little counterintuitive, but you're far better off coming up with what I call a dream list of 20 to 30 companies. That's a manageable number of companies in your geography that you're actually passionate about what they do. You're excited about it. Now, one of the great things with these job boards is they have job alerts, which basically email you each time an opportunity is posted that matches your field, right, and that particular company. And so you'll set up these job alerts, and these will be emailed to you daily, automatically. But then the irony is you don't want to apply online. You don't want to be one of the unwashed masses that clicks that apply now button. You're using these job alerts for information, but not to actually apply.
So what's the trick then if you're not going to be applying through those alerts?
Right. So you want to avoid being at the bottom of the stack. And the way to do it, obviously, is a personal introduction. So using LinkedIn, which is now the world's biggest database of business professionals, you're going to find someone that knows you and knows the hiring manager. And if you can't get to that person, anyone at that company, whether it's the front desk receptionist or the CEO, you're going to network to that person and say, I heard you're looking for A, and you reference back to that role, and can you make an introduction, a personal introduction? 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes, and you will go immediately to the top of this stack.
And that makes complete sense. But now, thinking about once you are ready with that person and that contact, there's probably one specific thing, one hot button that's the best practice for everybody to do, and that is
the resume. So the average resume gets a 6-second read. Imagine that, 6 seconds. So if that resume doesn't scream that you are the perfect person for that job, you're going back to the bottom of the stack. So invest 20-30 minutes to update your resume and customize it. I call it mirroring. So you're mirroring the job description or mirroring the role that they're looking for. So I look at it, I look at the job description, I'm like, wow, this is the perfect person.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Fritz.